All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Chaemiko versus Soin. This game taking place here on Echo Isles. Over here, we have Chaemiko spawning as the, red human player over here on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Soin has spawned as the blue orc. Orc versus human in this 1v1 matchup, and if I sound out of breath, well, it's because I just was biking with my daughters, chasing them around, and every single time I almost caught them, they'd say, wait, time out. And I would chase the other one, chase the other one, chase the other one, chase the other one, until, well, now I'm out of breath. So yeah, imagine that. Alright. I don't know, maybe I should rethink this whole entire timeout rule for the kids. I never seem to be able to win a game of chase. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this particular 1v1 matchup. Chaemiko opening up, standard build, nothing too out of the ordinary. Meanwhile, off on the other side here, we are looking at Altar of Storms. I'm going to go ahead and train up a Farseer. There's a single Orc Burrow. There is the Barracks. No timing on a Voodoo Lounge as of yet. Gonna try and see if we spot a second Orc Burrow to show a heavier investment into Grunts before Tier 2, or if it is just gonna try and be a Tier 2 off of 20 supply, which most Orcs do try and go for. Yeah, for those of you, things are a little bit crazy in the Crota household. Alright, yeah, this is, I guess, one of those moments where the webcam would capture my surprise on a Paladin first. Alright, Paladin first, not quite what I was expecting in this particular 1v1 matchup. And by not expecting, really not expecting, Paladin first is normally done against an undead. So I'm really curious as to how this Paladin first is going to play out. We'll go ahead and we'll keep track of all of this here. There is going to be down over here, going to try and engage this Mercenary Cram Footman. Perhaps going to try and engage here as well. There you go. There's a Purge. There's a Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Forest Troll Shadow Priest purposely trying to back off here, getting in some big heals onto that Footman. That Footman gets a Holy Light to stay alive. As you can see, that Paladin is still taking a little bit of damage there. We may see another Holy Light. No additional Holy Light at all. As the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, well, it's going to be able to abolish magic very quickly. That is actually a very strong counter to the Farseer. Level 2 now on the Paladin with the Ring of Regeneration. Damage is going down there. Let's take a look. Holy Light for the save. There goes one down, as we're going to see some damage now come across here. Forest Troll Shadow Priest already down to 137 hit points. It could turn back around, try to abolish magic that unit there. Are we going to see a Holy Light from that Paladin for the save there? Is he going to try to back up? That is the big question. There is that Holy Light that we were expecting, as the peasants are now chased inside the base. All right, a little bit more damage there. There is one Arcane Tower, and it looks like Chaemiko was very much well prepared for the Farseer harass. Now, just because he got the Farseer harass handled and down, that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, while getting a little bit of additional armor as well, it is also being used for auto attacks instead of heals. Well, mainly because, well, the Paladin really doesn't need the heals. It has a scroll, or has a Ring of Regeneration. The hit points on that Paladin, as you can see, are actually healing up fairly fast, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest now making his way back down. All right, let's take a look. Last little spirit right there. We are going to see a Forest Troll Berserker. Units are going to make their way back around. What is going to happen? The Farseer may be able to eat through some of this, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest already taking quite a bit of damage. Forest Troll Shadow Priest already down to 159. Going to try and run away. Paladin pretty much going to ignore the fact that there is enemy units already out on the field. All right, he's going to take down the Forest Troll Trapper. Nope. The Paladin go ahead and steal or keep that there. Meanwhile, Forest Troll Shadow Priest taking quite a bit of damage. Who's going to get it? Paladin, I believe, got the... No, Farseer got that, may have gotten that last bit of experience there, as a new Forest Troll Shadow Priest is in play. All right, Paladin going to go ahead and try to regenerate there. Are we going to perhaps see some abolish magic tactics? There goes another. Paladin get close, getting to level 3 now. And once level 3 is down, well, all bets are off. Now, the question is going to be, what is that second hero going to be? as the Paladin isn't really known to carry a game such like the Farseer or some of those other units. Now, with this expansion attempt, the Panda is going to be significantly stronger, as the Panda's Breath of Fire is going to be able to eat through many of these units and add damage much more quickly until we see Spellbreakers. But Spellbreakers are going to be quite a bit delayed here, so Soin has a very good follow-up to this tactic. Now you can take a look. The Forceful Shadow Priest with their range damage 17 to 24 actually really high, and the fact that the Paladin has Devotion Aura is making these Forceful Shadow Priests a little bit more durable than you would normally expect. Militia now making their way back down as well, and we are going to see Chaemiko sitting on 2 bases for a little while longer on a level 2 Paladin. Meanwhile, Panda and Farseer are both very, very close to level. Farseer very close to leveling. Meanwhile, this low hit point Footman should be backing in through. Where is it going to go? Oh, perhaps it looked like there was the Footman hiding off over here as the Arcane Tower almost finishes off while going after some units here. All right, low hit point Footman is going to try and hide. There is a wolf right there. We're going to try and engage, and the Footman gets the kill. Meanwhile, that means that the Paladin is that much closer to level 3, as we're now going to be getting in some repairs. All right, big damage coming across. There's another Holy Light. Footman now trying to perhaps double back around, taking far too much damage. This is not where it wants to be, as that Footman, gets a Holy Light there. Paladin is in trouble, now low on mana, too much focus damage. That's going to give level 2 to the Farseer, which we may end up seeing translate into a very devastating Chain Lightning. Level 3 finally on that Paladin, needs a little bit more mana to get to level... Oh, there's that Chain Lightning bouncing around. And now that Forceful Shadow Priest, a Holy Light is really not that beneficial for it. Footman down to 98 hit points. It's going to be forced to back away. Arcane Tower right there. There is a Holy Light. Oh, it went for Devotion Aura level 2 for additional armor across the board. Meanwhile, a level 2 Farseer and a level 1 Brewmaster trying to fight back. Back against all of these units. All right, let's take a look. Grunt now making its way back. There's the Arcane Tower. There's that Scout Tower being upgraded. Paladin sitting at level 3. And this is an interesting choice. Chaemiko knew that the additional 200 hit point heal wouldn't be that effective, as most of these units only have 200 and some odd hit points. You don't want to see a Footman get down into 20 hit point range for that Holy Light to maximize its benefit. We are going to get some repairs, but that is once again not going to be enough. Paladin has some clarity potions, is getting some heals, but this is a lot of work and ground to make up. Meanwhile, a mid proxy Voodoo Lounge is going to be the next problematic building, as Soin is going to be putting on pressure with this proximity. Voodoo Lounge trying to buy more units here. All right, coming back around. Forest Troll Berserker gonna get ensnared, and once again it looks like, oh, there's a Holy Light to try and save. It's not gonna really be doing that much. Meanwhile, Militia show up out onto the field. We could see some damage onto 2 absolutely low hit point Grunts. Holy Light saves right there. Meanwhile, double Forest Troll Shadow Priest is coming in with the damage. There's an ensnare. That was triple Forest Troll Shadow Priest, as the units are now making their way back again. Paladin is in a bit of trouble, doesn't have that much more mana. Farseer gonna make their way back around, and it is a brawl over here at the Mercenary camp. A bar fight, and you're just trying to find anyone, just trying to hire up more people to win out in your battle, as we see a peasant surround onto the Farseer. Farseer could end up getting taken down. Grunt is actually blocking a bit of the path now. Farseer gets taken down as well, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest are fighting their way back out. Ogre Mauler is here. What is going on in this battle? Who is going to get and will be able to take a little bit of that advantage, and who is going to be able to hire up an additional unit or two? Low hit point Grunt, 55 hit points. Looks like he'll be able to get away. Low hit point Forest Troll Shadow Priest trying to back off, but that is not good. Well, that Footman, I don't know if he's purposely trying to block the path, but he's doing a great job with that, as you see another another Spear Wolf getting taken down. Panda looking to back up here. Raiders now joining in. We are at still tier 1, not yet at tier 2. No sign of a Mountain King. And that's really what we need to see, a Mountain King to be able to punish these retreats, pick off units with a stun, and then get that surround to, well, make that damage stick and count. 47 supply compared to 37. Chaemiko now holding on. Oh, well, Ogre Mauler going to get taken down. There it goes. Level 4 on the Paladin now. That is absolutely huge. This Voodoo Lounge could get taken down as the Panda gets to level 2. As we're going to be looking at some Raiders coming across here. All right, there's a Breath of Fire. There's a Holy Light. As the 1/4 Troll Shadow Priest could get taken down, backed up against the wall. And that is absolutely a tough spot to be. Grunts continuing to battle it out. Raiders trying to back away. Paladin doesn't have that much help. As we're going to take a look at the Paladin going after that Panda, as that Panda is now kind of trapped in a tough spot as well. All right, little bit of damage onto the Raider. Raider down to 82 hit points, able to escape back out. Force Troll Shadow Priest trying to heal up, but constantly getting ensnared. Panda now going to be in big trouble as well. Is he going to be able to make it back out? No, Panda going to get taken down as the Paladin finishes off another unit. Now, once again, Raider throws back and then snare. 2 footmen are going to get caught, and that's not what you want to see if you are Chaemiko. Chaemiko is trying so hard, working so hard to get every bit of an advantage, only to see it lost with the loss of 2 footmen, and now damage on that Paladin as the Paladin may be forced to try and use a Scroll of Town Portal to get out. All right, let's, well, 105, is he going to be able to squeeze back out? There's another ensnare. We should probably be looking at a Scroll of Town Portal. He's trying to go after that Raider. Raider down to 31 hit points. There goes another ensnare. Paladin should really just consider using a Scroll of Town Portal to head away. We're going to see another ensnare come across momentarily. What is going on? Is he just buying time, running around in a circle? There goes another ensnare again. There's that Scroll of Town Portal as it teleports back to this southern expansion. One Paladin going to perhaps get a Scroll of Regeneration, use a Clarity Potion. Well, Clarity Potion first. There are some Riflemen, and there's the Blood Mage as the follow-up. Now, the Blood Mage will support this Paladin and be able to keep all of the other remaining units alive. But what is going to really deal damage to your opponent's units? That is one of the downsides of this army. The army stays alive and can stay alive fairly well, but at the same time, it's just not going to be able to kill any units, and that could potentially be an issue. All right, Blood Mage. What is going on here? He's going to try and engage. There it goes. There's the engagement. Trying to back away once more. There's plenty of Riflemen right there. Target practice on that Ogre Mauler as the Paladin didn't want to take too much damage, allowing the Blood Mage to absorb that. Normally, that isn't what you want to see, but with the Paladins, well, Holy Light right there, able to fully heal up a unit pretty fast as we now see Sentry Wards being placed down. All right. Chaemiko, now with Sentry Wards, will be able to keep track of that middle portion. There goes an ensnare. Is going to force a little bit of a fight here. One Rifleman in position, turning back around. Priest are there as well. Let's take a look at this. A little bit of a battle going down. There's that Siphon Mana. We could see a Holy Light onto that Rifleman. Waiting for it. There it goes. There's that Holy Light as that Rifleman still fighting away. More Siphon Mana coming back across as the Paladin loses that one Rifleman again. All right, Paladin could be in trouble. Militia joining back in on the fight. There's an ensnare. There's a Breath of Fire. Holy Light not going to be in time to save that Priest as the Militia now joining in again. Siphon Mana away from that Panda as we're looking at, well, the Kodo Beast could end up getting taken down. There it goes. That is a big loss. You saw the Blood Mage and that attack just make its way over and slowly crawl to deal so much damage. Now, at this point and stage in the game, do you actually go for level 3 Devotion Aura over level 3 Holy Light? If your Blood Mage is taking damage, that's already a bad spot to be in. Meanwhile, the Riflemen's, if they need a 600 hit point heal, well, something is also very wrong there. So it may actually be better to translate it into overall armor for the entire army as the units are now fighting their way back. I will say this, I still think that Devotion Aura is one of the weaker auras compared to, say, Command Aura, True Shot Aura, Manual of Health being left behind, and what's it called? Unholy Aura. The reason being is that the aura is only really effective for units that are taking damage, right? Like that's how armor works naturally. If you're not taking damage, well, it doesn't matter if your armor is 5 or 15. It only helps if you are actually under a little bit of pressure. All right, we're gonna see a rifleman. Yeah, rifleman focuses down one grunt there. It's gonna be a 7 supply or 8 supply difference, taking down a grunt and a Tauren. All right, we are going to see the expansion for Soin already up, sitting at 59 over 70 supply. There's still a Voodoo Lounge there. Paladin going to shift and make its way over. The Priest are only at Initiate training, not yet has Adept training. And we are looking at more guard towers coming into play. Now, this Orc Burrow, well, is a prime target. Blood Mage going to go ahead and place down a Sentry Ward to spot that Burrow there. We're going to see this one Burrow get taken down very quickly. There it goes. Blood Mage is going to perhaps be able to, siphon mana. There's a Breath of Fire to try to counteract this. Scroll of Healing. There's an Ensnare on the Blood Mage, as we are looking at a Scroll of Healing quickly being used once more. Blood Mage going to try and engage, trying to shoot back. Are we going to see more Siphon Manas as we are looking at more and more Tauren joining in on the fight. I believe another Scroll of Healing was used. And, well, that's one way to keep your units alive compared to the Tauren with that Pulverize, as the Grunts are just pounding or getting absolutely pounded left and right. Tauren now down to 800, 700 hit points, dropping very quickly. There's the Chain Lightning bouncing around. More of that coming into play, as we're going to see one Tauren getting taken down there. Blood Mage now up to level 3. Perhaps we're going to see, Kodo Beast eating up a Rifleman, but that, Kodo Beast most likely going to end up getting taken out. One more shot. There it goes. There comes out that Rifleman. Siphon mana away from the Brewmaster, as the Farseer quickly gets a Chain Lightning off to bounce around again. Level 5 Paladin, level 3 Blood Mage getting in that damage. No Holy Light, but a Rifleman now with Banish gonna try and make its way back. All right, that Banish should be coming to an end, but a Holy Light on a Banished Rifleman quickly gets it back up to full hit points. All right, Peasants are joining in on the fight. Rifleman gonna go ahead and turn back, fight back around. And who would have thought Rifle Priest would actually be beating this Tauren army? Peasants are also joining in amongst the units, making it very difficult for those Tauren to actually get within range. Paladin is going to be at level 3. Was it level 3? Yeah, it was in fact level 3 Devotion Aura. You're taking a look, all of these Riflemen actually have +5 armor. Now, looking back around, the Rifleman in the back right now, you can see that this aura, this Devotion Aura, absolutely does nothing at all. I would actually appreciate if the Devotion Aura gave a passive regeneration as well, similar to Unholy Aura, where that way there is an aspect where it is effective even if for all units, even if you aren't taking damage. But, well, that I don't know, would that actually affect that much of the balance, or is the numbers so minute it wouldn't really matter? All right. Oh, Tauren right there, gonna try to join in on the fight here. They said, take a look at this. Rifleman says, thank you very much. You're gonna reposition. I'm gonna go ahead and try and engage, but there goes in a Scroll of Town Portal. Siphon mana away. There is a quick ensnare. Rifleman. Oh, this could be bad news. Blood Mage has no easy way of actually dealing damage. That is so many Tauren. And, oh, they may be separated a bit too far. That's going to be a problem. The Paladin and the Priest were too far there, as the Paladin may have to try and run back. But there are only one Raider in that fight, so no possibility of an ensnare. Paladin picks up, did he pick up a Wand of Illusion? All right, it looks like that Paladin picked up a Wand of Illusion. Interesting call here. Meanwhile, there is towers down here, so it is 2 bases to 1. Arcane Towers gonna get in some big damage. Brewmaster is gonna take some damage as well. Yes, losing much of their mana. Meanwhile, Tauren are 0-1 upgraded. I'll trade you your Voodoo Lounge for your towers and Voodoo Lounge as well. As you're gonna take a look, Arcane Tower could try and feed back, get some more damage there. Brewmaster losing a bit more mana once more. Peasants double backing around, heading home. Paladin sitting at 5. Blood Mage sitting at 3. Now, this is a spot where I wonder, would we actually perhaps see a transition into tier 3 Griffins? There is a large number of Tauren out on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 30 supply of Tauren, or is that... Yeah, 30 supply of Tauren out on the field. And with that pulverize, once they get within range of the rifleman, that pulverize does deal quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, are we getting additional armor upgrades? No, we are not. 70 only level 1 armor upgrades, so 2-1. But then again, with that additional +5 armor, it's essentially like what, like 2.5 more? So it's like 2 and 3.5 armor upgrades because of how well armor stacks and works. All right, Blood Mage gonna go ahead and finish off that gargantuan sea turtle here. There it goes. It's gonna get taken down. There goes another Murloc. Well, where did that gargantuan sea turtle go? It's going to try to make its way back, only to get shot there. Blood Mage picks up an additional Ring of Protection. Ring of Protection +3 and Ring of Protection +4. Give that to the Paladin, and maybe, perhaps, he'll just never, ever die. Transferring that Wand of Illusion. And yeah, if you give those Rings of Protection to the Paladin and give him just a crazy amount of armor, that would be absolutely, absolutely amazing. Give me a second. All right, back. My daughter was at the door. All right, coming back around, we are looking at, well, just an illusion Paladin scouting out that pocket Great Hall. I believe that was the only way that the timing could have been just like that. Blood Mage is sitting at 4. Rifleman, level 2 upgrades. No, oh no, we are taking the tier 3. We are getting level 2 armor upgrades. And here are the Griffin aviaries that I was expecting. All right, a sudden drastic shift into Griffin aviaries. But where is the supply going to come from? 77/84 supply right now. There's no real way to try and train up Griffins unless you go into high upkeep, which is a bit suicidal on a map like Echo Isle. Once you go into high upkeep, you can actually run out of resources on the map. We've seen this in games in the past. Brewmaster sitting at level 4, gonna get very close to level 5. And with that, well, level 5 Brewmaster with that level 3 AoE could spell doom and death for multiple riflemen. There's one Scroll of Healing. There is another. It looks like, well, Chaemiko is well aware that that panda is almost going to be trying to blow them away. Tauren sitting at 0-1 upgrades. Well, there comes the Griffins. We are at high upkeep, 87/96. Trying to train up those units. Animal War training also getting added. Remember, though, that Rifleman upgrades, only the armor stacks with those Griffins. And with that, well, the Tauren may not end up falling fast enough. This is going to be a very, very key portion of the fight here as we're looking at this Paladin in this frontline spot. All right, Griffins need to get trained up. That's going to be 8 supply there. Another 8 will follow it up. And then well, let's take a look. Storm Hammer training as well. So there you go, going into 95/96. Could try and train up one more as well. Does so and recognize that there is this sudden tech switch. Rifleman, gonna go ahead and finish off that unit right there. That Spirit Wolf dying in a moment's notice. All right. Let's take a look. Is the Spirit Wolf? Yes, the Spirit Wolf he knows. Yes, I need to scout on the inside of this base. He's going to spot the double Griffin Aviary and say, okay, I know that you're transitioning into Tauren, transitioning to counter my Tauren. So now I'm going to be going for Wind Riders. Wind Riders, well, not necessarily the best unit against a massed rifleman army. And on top of that, we are also looking at Inner Fire. All right, Rifleman with 14 armor. 14 armor Riflemen joining in on this fight. Inner Fire adding in another upgrade in terms of damage. This is going to be huge as we are looking at the Wand of Illusion also being used to try and get some damage here. All right, there goes one Spirit Wolf as the units are going to try and engage here in just a moment. Let's take a look. Gonna go straight after that Urk Burrow. Urk Burrow gonna take a lot of damage very fast here, and now this is pretty much gonna fall instantaneously. Units are gonna fall here. Where is that army? Army is not gonna be able to keep track, And if you can hold your opponent to his current bases, that is in fact a big deal. Meanwhile, Paladin sitting at level 5, is he going to be able to get to level 6? And at this point, it does make sense to go for level 3 Holy Light, as the Griffins do have over 800 hit points. Units are going to be getting ready to engage here. Griffins are going to try and reposition all over the place. Riflemen, Inner Fire looks like it's going to be coming to an end, as the peasants, I guess they could have tried to grab a bag of gold and then head back home for a little bit of long distance mining, a reason for fighting there. All right. Blood Mage, what is it going to pick up? Oh, just sold something, hasn't picked up anything yet. Picks up a Tome of Retraining. We could be looking at perhaps Flame Strike instead of Banish. A little bit of that battle right there. Meanwhile, peasants are actually getting taken out as we're looking at 93 supply over 100. All right, peasants going to get taken out. Here we go. Griffins are here ready to fight after all of those units. You can see a little bit of damage. Scroll of Speed quickly being used in order to head back out. Peasants are in that front line here. There you go. There goes one Griffin. Chain Lightning trying to protect. However, Inner Fire is already there. We're continuing to fight their way through, and this is going to turn into an absolute nightmare. Flame Strike, Indiscriminate Strike across all of those units. And as we're taking a look at more units get taken down. All right, Scroll of Healing trying to counteract. You can see the Griffins going after those Tauren. Tauren are going to be falling, but the Tauren should really be focused, or the Griffin should really be focused firing those Tauren one at a time as well. Breath of Fire coming across here. Multiple riflemen. There goes another Flame Strike as a Kodo Beast is going to, well, lose his lunch. There's Resurrection. Resurrection being used by the Paladin, knowing that multiple riflemen were going to die, and Soin gives the GG. You don't get to see situations where Resurrection would actually come out to be for the win, but Chaemiko with Resurrection on his level 6 Paladin first with the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.